You're going live tonight, right? All right, you too. Thank you for coming, Frontier. Oh yeah, sorry. All right, yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna end this stream. Sorry, I forgot you started at 9. So I'll be right over there once I end up the stream. So yeah.
Okay, folks. Sorry, I was talking to Evan. He's really excited about his new equipment. He just got himself a Samick Sage. Yes, and Grace, you was there too. So, Jeff, you actually helped me get an idea that something that Evan's got really cool. He's got a bunch of pine shavings. With conjunction with my 6x6 target thing with your stand, my backdrop might work really well for him. And for those of us who have Samick Sages, and I know, Grace, you want one too now, we're going to try to do something. I'm not sure yet. Ideas forming, thinking. Okay. It's kind of hard to do that when I'm here. Ooh, man, I need to get out and shoot. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. Evan got me excited because he, happy birthday, Evan. Awesome bow. Can't wait to see you shoot. I know you've been shooting already. And it's just to be honest, expect to lose arrows. It happens more often than not. And expect to break arrows. That happens also more often than not. So between Evan's going to be using hay bales as backdrop. He's got a target, a foam target, but the bag target, the stuff that you're holding your pine shavings in, would also probably work as a bag target, Evan, just to let you know. And I'm really proud of you. It's really cool that you got a thing. But please give a shooting glove. I'll get mine. And I'll show you what kind you should get, or something similar to that at least. They cost about $30, but I got really big hands, so I get the bigger ones. Wait a second. Oh, these are yours.
I don't need any right
No, these are yours, though.
Okay.
I found out I had 2 packs of them in my bag. Okay, Evan. Please forgive the condition of my shooting glove. I haven't had a chance to keep it worked out, but I carry it with me no matter where I go. Woo. Okay, Jeff. Cool. This is my shooting glove. Mine is, oh man, I got this one from a local archery shop called Barefoot Traditions in Des Moines. I like the deer skin ones better than the other ones. And once you get it, Evan, you got to wear it for a while to get it broken in. I wore mine like almost every day, and I did this a lot. Like a baseball glove, you got to break it in. And as for shooting arm guards, I got something to show you on that as well. There's a guy that works at the Renaissance fairs who made me this. Because my forearms are freaking huge. It's hard for me to keep from slapping my arms. Mine's well broken in, Jeff. Definitely well broken in. I'm gonna have to take off this thing because it's getting in the way. But I got this design set up for one reason. I could just use one hand to tighten it. Only thing I can't really do is tie it. That's the only issue. So what I usually do is pull tight. I'll just tuck it in the end at the bottom. I also use this with my Green Arrow outfit, but that'll even withstand my 100-pound bow. And it still allows me the movement of bending my wrist and stuff like that. But that's that. Yeah. Evan, you got me excited. I haven't been that excited in a while. I've used a shooting tab before. It's if you're comfortable with them, that they're great. I tried using one for about a year, but I do a lot of speed shooting, so I kept on getting, because they're not full sewn together, they're loose. Kept on getting caught in the string as I was trying to speed shoot. So I stick with the shooting glove for that purpose. But other than that, that's why I go that way. Oh, that's cool, Jeff. My dad wasn't into archery. I'm the first one. I've had cousins who used compounds and things like that, but traditional wise, I'm the only one. I've actually been doing some research on targets and target faces. Depending on how much you want your budget is, if you have one. I know, Evan, your budget is pretty small right now, being as old as you are. But I did find some really quality type target faces and targets at Lancaster Archery that I'm looking into. So I'm trying to rebuild my archery range. I can show you guys pictures if you're interested, but let me see here. I've got what picture? Where did I see that? Where did I do that? Give me a second. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Anybody wants to come up? Come on up to the top, to the bridge. Sorry. Okay, let's see here. Try to find a really good picture of my archery range for you guys. Yeah. It's in the background, but it counts. Okay, this is what my archery range looked like. My awning, my backdrops. It's been really windy. That's why they're kind of spread out right there. But I adjusted them. I usually adjust them either that configuration. There's actually another target over to the left you can't see, but I generally do 3 targets, that kind of thing. How you doing, sir? Thank you for coming back. It is Evan's birthday, so we get to say, "Hey, Evan!" And he was showing me off his newest acquisition. He got himself a Samick Sage, and he's having fun with it. Okay, Jeff. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Let's see if I can find some more backdrop videos here. This is some of my crew from way back when. Yeah, you can tell it got really muddy. And that's Ian in the background. Let's see, where's another good one? My archery range. Let's see. Going down the list. Here's a bunch. Here's one with a whole bunch of people shooting on my range. That's a lot better setup than I usually have, you know. So it's really cool. I've tried 3D targets. They're great if you're practicing for deer hunting. I do tournament archery, as well as barebow archery. I am the 2019 barebow champion of the Master Senior Division here in Iowa for the Iowa Games. And the only thing difference between what I did there and my range is that my furthest shot is still not as far as what they did at the Iowa Games. It's the first time I've actually experienced anything that far. I still say I got lucky, even though they said it was all skill. Go figure. Let me see here. Some wedding fit photos, so bear with me here. That's my archery range. A little bit, you know, yes, I bought the bulk arrows. That's what the bulk arrow bag is there. Let's see here. What did I? Stop that. Where's my? Let me pick that up. Oh, that was. Oh, sorry, Jeff. I didn't realize that was you. That's pretty cool. I've made mine before too. I actually had a really nice one that I made myself, but someone stole it when they stole my bag. Oh, here's a good picture. You guys might get a kick out of. Hey, Gloria, how you doing? Whoa, that's pretty cool. And yes, I can hit that way regularly. That is the fiberglass longbow I've told you guys about. 55-pound draw. I mean, I shot that. I hunted with that one for years, and it's still usable. I just don't use it as much anymore since I've got stronger bows. And the arm guard that got stolen is in that picture too. Pretty much everything I had right there got stolen, which really sucks. My cup, my belt, my pouch, yeah, my shooting glove, arm guard, and everything else in my bug out bag. But it's just, that was years ago. I've replaced a lot of stuff since then. Yes, yes, I am. And if you noticed, let me see here. Let me make it wrong way. I'm not sure if you can still see this or not. Nope, I didn't do that. Okay, I gotta give me a second. I gotta redo this one. Let's try this picture here. Yeah, you can see I'm wearing shooting two arrows at the same time. That's just something I learned how to do. Yes, I did, Rob. We got a 2005 GMC Envoy. Picked it up Friday. Okay, Jeff, what did you say that people are ignorant? Huh? Okay, I'm trying to context. I need context. And Evan, if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to. Because I want people, you show off your bow to everybody. Oh yeah, they broke into our car and they stole my laptop and my backpack and everything with all my gear in it and everything. Oh, that's cool. Plenty of pulling power with that thing. Now, I have shot up to 3 arrows at a time. I'm not sure if that's in, I have any pictures of that, but it's been a while since I've shot that one. Let me see here. It's been a while. Let's see. Do I have that one in? I'm not sure. Probably not. Oh, here's a good one. At least I think so. A friend of mine took this one of me, and I want to show you guys. It's really cool. That's me with my 65-pound U recurve. One of my favorite bows. It's not much. Okay. Hey, Evan. Yes. Now you can show it off.
I literally only have like 5. I literally only have like 5 minutes, but I'll show it off real quick.
5 minutes is better than none. Yeah.
All right.
Here, let me go to put you on solo where you can show people. There you go. It's as pretty as I said, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Does yours have the badge?
I don't know. It doesn't.
No,
It
yours
should
is
be on the
like mine
side
is.
here somewhere, right? Like,
Okay, yeah, usually it's there, but you don't have one, but that's okay. Mine's like that too. It's beautiful for what the price point.
it
And
is. Yeah.
as you get better, you can swap out the limbs, which is another good thing. And with your height, you should be pulling heavier pretty soon.
Yeah, these are the 30-pound, I think.
Yeah, most likely. A 62-inch bow at 28 inches. So that's not bad. With your draw weight, actually, your draw length should be pretty long. So you're probably pulling more than 30, to be honest. Every
Okay.
every 2.5 inches beyond 28, you pull is another couple pounds or something like that. I'm not sure. For every inch is a 2.2 pounds or something like that. I'm not sure. So you're probably pulling about 34 to 35.
That's good to know. So then I can brag about more, right?
Yeah. Hey, that smile says everything, dude.
It's fun. I didn't even
I told
expect it to
you,
be this
it's
good.
a blast. You're hooked, dude. You're hooked for life.
Yeah.
And you could do so much with that bow. You can put up a bow fishing setup on there. You could put sights on there. You could put a arrow rest if you want one.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting a whisker biscuit just because I shooting off the. I know you do it and you're a lot better than me, but I'm I get a little bit of slop, and you don't have to worry about which orientation the fletching is as much with the whisker.
Well,
biscuit.
if you're using vanes over feathers, a whisker biscuit would probably be more ideal for you.
Yeah, because I've noticed it has some hop up off the shelf.
Yeah. Are you using vanes, plastic vanes?
Yeah, they're over
That's
there.
why. Yeah, so a whisker biscuit would be perfect, and they're fairly easy to install. I helped Johnny install his. So if you need a question on installing whisker biscuits, talk to Johnny when next time he's on, and we'll help you get that set up.
Cool.
Once you get it, of course.
Yeah, I've actually got a.
You can't stay long. You got to get going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've got an outdoor archery store right like 10 minutes away, so I'll go in there and buy one probably here in the next few days.
Good. Thank you for coming, Evan, and happy birthday again, dude. I'm very proud that you got a boat. You're one of us now. you're you're stuck with us.
All right.
And I will put you in on that challenge, just to let you know.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
I don't know what I'm going to make you do yet, but we'll figure something out.
Don't go too hard on me. I'm still learning, right?
Well, I'm thinking about maybe shoot a Pepsi bottle or a pop bottle at 20 yards.
All right. That's going to be a little bit tricky, but enough arrows and I should be able to do it.
Yeah, the thing is, it's a challenge. That's the whole point.
Yep.
Right?
It wouldn't be a challenge if it was easy.
Yeah, there you go. But
All right.
you got to get going. Thanks for coming.
Yep,
and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Love you, brother. Yeah, it is weird that it's called a whisker biscuit, but that's what it's called. No, it's gonna be cool. He wants to be in on the challenge that I was gonna do with Cliff and Johnny. So now that he's got one, he wants in on it. So we're just gonna make him practice that stuff. So that's okay, Rob. That's okay. We're all a little twisted, just a little bit. Now I'm just gonna get some more people. Jeff's got his bow. I've got my bow. Now Evan's got his bow. Johnny's got his bow. Cliff's got his bow, or should say a bow like mine. And Ian's got one. I just got to replace Jenny's. I understand. You have things you have to take and do because it is kind of late for you to be on my channel this late. So you take care and happy birthday. If you check, by the way, before you leave, you should look down in the description of the live stream. I got your link in the description. Well, it's a good bow. I mean, for the price point, it's a decent good. I mean, it's supposed to be considered an entry level bow, but I have done so much with it that I mean, it works. I mean, it's nothing fancy about it. There are better bows out there, and there are cheaper bows out there. But for what you want to do with it, it works. You're most welcome. Anytime. As soon as the challenge is set up, you're on, dude. And I got to see video of you doing it though, too. Yes. Well, actually, Jeff, I think it would be more the point where the bow is just the tool. It's the archer that counts. But that's neither here nor there. Heck, I might need to take some of these. I haven't taken them all day. So, anybody want to talk about bows more? Because I thought that was a lot of fun. Uh-oh. Yes, I know my wife. She wanted the cookies. She got the last of the milk and cookies. Okay. So, well, practice makes perfect, or should I say, perfect practice makes perfect. Me, I know. I want to say techniques, but the last couple of years when I was doing my range, I changed the wording instead of calling them techniques, which kind of makes people's eyes roll, especially the people nowadays, the kids nowadays. I started calling them cheat codes for archery. Yes, we do have AC. We just turned it off at the moment because it's the fan's a little loud. We are comfortable at the moment, and we'll probably turn it on just right before we go to bed. We're not sweltering like we were in the other room. And Mac is happy because when we were in that other room, he was laying down and his tongue was hanging out. and panting. But now he's good. He's been climbing all over me since I got here. So, Grace, you're thinking about getting a bow too? And are you trying to win a bow? Yes, I've done some string walking. I'm very amateur at that at the moment because my technique on that one is a little tough. Um, I've got a lot of practice to do on that particular skill because I don't use sights. I've always just eyeballed it and went from there. So recently I discovered I have cataracts in my right eye. I can't shoot right and left as well as I used to. But I'm naturally left-handed, so that helps. It doesn't change my shootings that much. Oh man, I'm kind of hyped for Evan. He was so proud of getting that bow. So what kind of bow do you guys got? I do have so many different bows right behind me right now. I've got oak longbows. I've got U recurves. I got a rattan recurve that belongs to my boy. I've got a Black Widow longbow. I've got a fiberglass longbow. Yeah, a whole bunch. Cookie me, please. Thank you, my love. I want to get them before they're all gone. But I will reiterate. Sorry for chewing with my mouth over. Shooting glove, arm guards, very important. Even though I can shoot and not hit my forearm, I've got fairly large forearms. It hurts like heck when I get hit by my bows. No, I can understand that, Grace. I do have another contest coming up as soon as I'm settled for my 1,000 subscriber video. I'm just going to figure out how to do it. It's going to be the complete package. It's going to have the bow, the quiver, the arrows, that kind of thing. But that's a little down the road until we get out of here. And I hope that it will turn out well. And I'm trying to gear it mainly to the people who actually are part of all this. Because I know a lot of people just subscribe just to get try to win free stuff and then just disappear. But I will keep an eye out for you, Grace, if I can see if I can find you one. Oh, that's cool. I do have one compound, but I do not shoot it. My boy got it for me. He got it secondhand from someone who was getting rid of it. And well, even though it's left-handed, I am not a compound kind of guy. Too complicated. Good. I'm good, hon. Between this and the pie earlier, I'm decent. Thank you, though. Love you. She's the best. You can see her. She's right there. That's my better half. Right there. Oh, wow. I've always wanted to be a part of a team like that, but I was never, well, because I always shot by myself. And every time I entered a competition, I always did well. But I just never was a part of, I never got the recognition to get into that kind of thing. Because I always thought I would do well. I've always read stories and everything else. Oh no, Grace, don't do that. Spend a little extra money on getting a decent bow, something you both can share. Like $120 for a bow is not that expensive to start off with. Ask Evan, ask Johnny, ask Cliff, or even JV. He bought two. Okay, sorry, I gotta. Well, that can change, Grace. You're the same height as Jenny, and the same person can use the two different people can use the same bow. Just the only thing is going to be a lower poundage bow for him would be about it'd be a higher pound. See, you get about a 35-pound draw bow, be about perfect for both of you. It'll be a little bit higher for him because of his longer draw length, but it'll still work out for best for both of you to practice with. So check out that link. Let me know what you think. You can get it, like I said, in any draw length and any hand, left, right, and $129, $119 in this case, with free shipping, is kind of hard to beat. I am not sponsored by anybody. Wish I was, but I'm not. This is when I go like this. I would love to have somebody who could supply me my arrows. That'd be so awesome. Yeah, you can share a bow. It's easy to do. Another thing you could do, by the way, Grace, give me a second. I have links. Give it here. Give me a second. For the limbs for the Samick Sage, you can change out the limbs, and you go anywhere from 30 all the way up to 60 pounds just by swapping out the limbs, depending on who's shooting. And they're only like $60 for a new pair of limbs, half the price of a regular bow. I would love free arrows, Jeff. I mean, I go through so many arrows. I mean, I've got so many arrows over here, but they're. Yes, actually, I'm planning on getting the setup for the bow fishing for my Samick Sage. All I have to do is get the reel seat and the reel and a new bow fishing arrow, or at least fix up the one I have to get it. I don't baby mine as much because I mean, if you keep on babying your arrows, you'll never get your shots in proper where you want to hit. It may suck to hit your own arrows a lot, but consistency is more important. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Apparently, thanks to Evan, who turned 16 today and got himself a Samick Sage bow, which he's really proud of, and I'm proud of for him. We were started doing archery talk, so yes, please forgive the ticker tape on the bottom of the thing because we're talking archery supplies, and yeah, would love a traditional archery supplier. of some kind. I'm actually doing pretty good. I did something dumb today and forgot to take my heart medication when I got up, but I took it later this afternoon, and I'm doing okay now. I got my Pepsi, had a couple cookies from my wife that she gave me. Yeah, you can't hold back, Jeff, at all. I actually use actually let me get you my arrows that I do use. Fine. Yes, that was. And did you find my lighter by any chance?
What?
A lighter in the other room?
There's actually one in that green box bag right there.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Please forgive me. No, but my quiver broke. I'll fix it later. Okay. Okay. These are just two of the arrows that I use. I do something a little bit different than most. If you notice, I shoot 4-fletch. I won these at the Deer Classic this year. These are the Easton Carbon Nemesis 400 grain arrows. I had them 4-fletched. I got the shavs and the inserts. I paid for the nocks and the feathers and the tips. These are 125 grain. These things shoot out of my 74-pound longbow really, really well. Now, that's that. But these are what I prefer. These are a little lighter than I prefer. These are usually for my Samick and my smaller bows. I don't have anything heavy for my my heavy duty longbow yet, because it's kind of hard to find 100-pound arrows. But these are 28 inches. These are a little bit longer, probably about. Let's see here. About 30-inch arrows. Hey, Cliff, how you doing, sir? See if I can get, oh, give me a second. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I do either. Here we go. I will look forward to seeing your live stream with your bow, Evan. Hey, Cliff, you should come up. I haven't talked to you in a while. I've been texting you, not the same thing. What are you doing? Get off my bow! Hey, wait, get off there! So that's probably what happened. No, I actually have these are Easton Carbon Nemesis. Give me a second here. These are Nemesis. Now, see the carbon ones? I won these at the Iowa Deer Classic this year. And there's a funny thing about these arrows, which I think is really freaking funny. They have a warning label. Give me a second. If I can get them up here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that very well, but yeah, it says warning. These are, I mean, I don't usually generally use these. I tried aluminum arrows. They suck because they bend and they, and the carbon ones are way more expensive than I'm used to. The fiberglass ones, really, I'm not a fan. Unless you're doing like bow fishing or something, I'm definitely not a fan. My back quiver came apart when I was looking for my stuff here, so I've always liked cedar because they're a lot more resilient than some of the stuff I've used. Give me a second. I got to get my lighter again. I got to fix my quiver. So I normally would use leather thongs to secure my straps and stuff on my quiver, but right now I'm using extra paracord lying around. Sorry for the smell, love. Turn around better. There we go. So I'm using what I got. Ooh, been there, done that, Cliff. That was the week before last for me. Let's see, do I have anything to... Let's see what I got. That might work. I don't have half my leather gear, working gear here, which really sucks. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have. Hope things get better for you. Next week? That might work. Oh, that might work. Let's see. Actually, that one. So bear with me here, folks. I mean, you just feel free. I mean, you guys want to ask me questions, feel free. I can answer them while I'm doing this. This is I find this like working on my archery stuff. I find it really relaxing. So is it Judith or Dan? Who's the one asking the questions? I figured that might be a good question. Okay. Well, thank you both for coming in. I don't know how you got to be an archer with that crew and everything. So that is really cool, Jeff. I'm going back through questions. I mean, let's see here. Yeah, I've been to. I haven't been to powwow yet or anything like that. I have done rendezvous and things like that. Hey Scott, how you doing, sir? Yeah, this quiver of mine I've repaired many, 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 many times before because it's one of the first really nice back quivers I've ever bought, and I don't want to lose it ever. So I do my best to try to keep it in shape as best I can. Sort of kind of on archery talk today there, Scott. So how you doing? Feel free to ask me questions if you want. Please bear with me. I am in the process of repairing my back quiver at the moment. It kind of came untied and pulled through my strap or my shoulder strap. And I apparently when I fixed it last time, I didn't give myself enough slack. My boy's got a bow quiver over there on the ground. I'm not sure if he remembered to get the rest of it, or it's in his gear, I guess. I'll bring that up here in a second. Here, let me tie this up where it won't come apart. Well, at least it won't be easily come apart. Okay, give me a second here. Yeah, this is how many arrows I usually shoot. By the way, these are the cheapy Walmart brands. And I will tell you this. Not Walmart, sorry. These are from Amazon. When you first get them, do two things. Change out the nocks and replace the tips. I use these things strictly for hunting small game. That's it. I wouldn't use them for anything else. I'm in a few, Evan. I've actually got my I actually have my group page that I have for my archery range. I've actually heard of Dan Hart. I don't. I mean, that would have been really cool to do something like that. But I've never. I mean, I never had a coach. I'm all self-taught, and I've read a lot of books about archery and things like that, and hunting. But what I do is different. But oh yeah, I was going to show you that quiver. I'm not sure if this is what you're talking about or not, but this is my son's. As you can see, it just snaps on. He's got that on his compound bow or somewhere. I'm not sure which. And his are just, these are really nice arrows. It seems pretty nice, but I don't know if I could shoot with something like this on my bow. I'm more of a back quiver kind of guy. Okay, Evan. I'm a part of. See, give me a second here. Let me do something here. Depends on what you're using. You're going to use. Let me see here. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, there's several different archery groups under traditional archery. Traditional Bow Hunter magazine, you can check them out. They're pretty cool. Traditional Archery Lives is good. Let's see here. I am so many groups. I just try to figure out which one I am a part of. I'm a part of the ones for Iowa. You could check since you're in Ohio, you could check, see if there's any Ohio-based archery groups. Oh, there's several, I would think. Let me see here. Yeah. The Ohio Society for Traditional Archers. You should check them out. About 770 members there. Depends on if you're going to do any actual hunting or just stick to traditional, just doing tournament archery or whatever. It's all different. I like the traditional bow hunters. I do bow hunt. I don't do big game. I do a lot of smaller game because I just prefer it. Yes, Traditional Bow Hunter magazine is just awesome magazine. It's on a lot of the newsstands carry it, and I got my first real longbow from the back of an advertisement. I found a bow ear that was only 9 miles from my house at the time, which I never knew he existed until I saw it. I go, that is freaking cool. And yeah. Right now, let's see here. Give me a second here. I don't know if they have any openings, Evan, but here's a good one for you since you're in that area. That's for the Ohio-based group. But there are many groups. If actually I could do something for you. See if I can do this. Give me a second. I am going to do something for Evan just because I want to. I am going to do this. I'm not sure if I can find it. I'm not sure if you're. I'm not sure if this. Yeah, this has got to be you. Okay, Evan, check your Facebook. Do me a favor, just check it and let me know what you find out. See if that's you. If I just invited you to my be a part of my archery range. Yep, it had to be you. That's me. So okay. Don't know what that means, but okay. That's all I'm going to say. That's a lot of see multiple syllable words. Good for you. Let's see here. Let me do something else here. I can. Yeah, I do, Jeff. That's for my archery range. Uh, okay, I have never rated prepping 101, but if anybody would be interested, I think we can do that. I have never ready. Okay, if anybody's up for a raid, a very small raid, mind you, because we're not very many of us, we will raid prepping 101 just because. Let me see here. Where's he at? Where's he at? That's me. That's Gray Man. Watch. Need to check him out. Where is Prepping 101? I don't see him. Is he Jesse's channel? Oh, there he is.
Well, okay, so you've got your garden in.
Okay, sorry. If anybody would, let's see here. This is Prepping 101's channel. We can raid him if you want to. All 11 of us now. Hey, Answer, how you doing? I've talked to you before. Mostly in passing. I know you've come through on several raids from from Prepping 101. But thank you for coming. Yeah, I think I need to do that too. One more thing I got to do. Okay. 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 What I'll prefer. I guess just. Oh, anytime. Jeff, I'm trying to do something here, so bear with me here. Oh, let me see. I have to redo this. Dang it. Okay. Wait. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Got to figure out which one you are. I got two of them. Oh, that's the one. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if anybody wants to go right there.
Like you said yesterday, it's like, why are we paying to live on a planet we were born on?
We are the only species on this world that pays to eat. Yeah. And when I say pay, think about it. Every currency in this world, even gold and silver itself, precious metals, is only valued because we think it's valuable because it's in such low quantity, supposedly. Concave just showed up. Hey, Concave, how you doing? You can come up here, man, if you want. What was I saying? Oh, even those gold and silver are only valued to what we think it's valued at. Do animals value gold and silver? No.
It's like it's shiny. That's it.
Does that make sense? I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at, guys.
Yeah.
Any sense of currency is false because it's only.
Okay. I'm just popped in on that one, so that was really cool. Oh, I didn't really do that. Okay, there we go. Now I just small raid for that one. Jeff, did you actually get the invite that I sent you? I understand, Cliff. Actually, Cliff, I do not know if you are on Facebook or not. Let me see. I don't think so. Because I was going to invite you to my group, right? The Legends of Sherwood Archery Range group. Yeah, I just invited Evan, and he's already accepted. No, Susan, I just got done raiding him. We don't have a lot of people in here, but we did do a very tiny raid. Cool. Thanks for joining me, Jeff. If I ever do any Renaissance fairs up your way, I can hire you for that. You're welcome, Susan. I went in, raided him, said hi, and came back. Doesn't take long. Now, that way, I mean, I've never done any fairs or anything like that, or any events out that far east. The furthest out east I went to was Illinois. Danville, Illinois, to be exact. I don't think I've gone any further than that. But I actually like my new members. I want to, like I said, I could do, I don't know if I could do Johnny or not. That would be kind of cool. Let's see if he's in here. I don't know. There's so many Johnny Harpers. Nope, that's definitely not Johnny Harper that I know. Nope, that is definitely not the right one. Nope. Okay, let's see if I can get anybody else up here to come out and hang. So, what do you guys want to know? I'll do the best I can to tell you what I know. If I don't know it, I'll look it up. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think to go under Anne. I do have Anne, and I don't know if she would accept it or not, because it'd be kind of. I'll send the invite for Anne and Johnny and see if she actually accepts it or not. Let's see. That's not the right one. It's that one. Yeah, that's the one I need. Yeah, she's probably going to go look at it and go, "What the heck is that?" Hey, Will. Okay, Cliff, that's fine. That doesn't mean, it's not like, wouldn't be the first time you've been up on your phone, Cliff. You know that, right? Ooh. You must really like getting poked, Will, because you're a lot braver man than me. Yeah. They don't want this blood. Hey, Will, Evan got a new bow. It's his birthday. Hey, Evan, it's your birthday. Shoot your bow like it's your birthday. I don't know that song, by the way. I'm just going to ad-libbing it. I bet. How much do you make for every donation? I'm just curious. Not that we're going to start a run of people donating, mind you, but just curious. Well, happy birthday to your son. Well, Evan just turned 16. He just got himself a Samick Sage recurve bow, and he's having a blast shooting it. Lost 2 arrows already. Evan, just to remind you, before you mow the next time, make sure you try to find your arrows before you. Oh man, I wish I could see where your range you're shooting at. I could probably tell you where your arrows are at just by looking at it. But I didn't see where you shot. Yeah, Jenny was the same way, Grace. Gravity, what a downer. Hey, J&J, how you doing? Jenny is right there. Right there. She's on her phone. She's trying out some new her new headset. How are they working?
What?
How are they working?
Good.
Better than the other ones?
Huh?
Good. Wow. That's a hefty bit of donation. Yeah, Jenny had the same problem. See, she was in England. Well, we can't really do any canning here in the room, but we can discuss archery. See? Arrows. And I didn't even show off my bow today. It was all Evan today. It may be less than that. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It depends if we can get the key before then. If the old tenant is gone and the landlady gives us the code to get the key, we can start moving stuff in earlier than that. We are going to thinking about. Well, I think I've decided because I'm going to get my taxes on the 31st. I'm going to pay for another month on the storage unit so we don't have to rush to get moved in. Because that part sucks when having to do things all at once. See? Iowa Deer Classic. I'm one of the few archers who do traditional bare bow. Like I said, these arrows here are the cheapy ones I got off of Amazon for like $40 a dozen. Oh man, I would not recommend them. Wow. Now you got me curious about something now. Let's see here. Do you donate 20 times a month or something, Will? Because that's a lot of poking. Ugh. Ow. Give me a second here. I'll get another soda. Wow. Do you switch arms when you do that, Will? That way it's not so tender. Oh, okay. By the way, Will, thank you for letting me know I won. I'm actually watching it right now. Northern Girl Hobbies. Woohoo!
Woohoo! We're gonna get the one that is the ferro rod. Okay, second place. Awesome. Okay. Colin, get outdoors. You got the small spark.
Cool.
Here's for the big kid. The first prize. Grand prize.
Oh, that's cool. At least I know what I won. A small spark wheel. Actually, that'll go well with what another thing I just picked up. I'm going to show you. I'm not sure if you guys saw this the other day. Not this, obviously. I've shown this off before. What I want to show off was in here, but it's inside this, I think. I'm not sure. I think it's in here. Oh, yes, it is. Is this? Yeah, my new Zippo. Fishing kit with a sparking. Okay, that's cool. I picked up. I picked up this too, so that'll go well with this. Yeah, and it's got the extra tinder in there too. It's a Zippo. It made my son jealous because he has a Zippo and wanted one. But that'll go well with my kit. Because I need an everyday carry kit. That one's a little bit big, and I need an extra kit to go with my backpack anyway. I could always use one of those. I mean, I already carry the collapsible fishing rod and things like that, but I'm working on it. That'll be so awesome. Thank you. No, thank Will. I entered his contest. He asked me if I was in. I was in. And I just watched it. It's actually pretty cool. Thank you again, Will. Oh, cool. Well, I know I didn't get the grand prize. I'm okay with that. But that's freaking awesome. I'm feeling much better than I did the other day, as you can tell. Considering this morning I forgot take my heart meds. I just took them recently, so I'm kind of. Then Evan got me hyped up because he was in here showing off his new bow, and that's freaking cool too. My lovely wife is right back there, so she's really cool. Actually, she's right there. Yeah, right there. So if I seem a little off, a little hyper. Judith and Dan, are you still in here? I don't know if you are. I just had a question about the arrows that you guys used. I mean, yes, I've got the carbons. Those are some of my shortest arrows I've got. But these right here are what I use for small game. And I like doing a lot more small game hunting than I do big game hunting. I don't normally forget, Jeff. As just that the fact is, I get my meds from the VA, and I on my last bits of my medication, and somehow, some way, I am running out. I had to call the VA to see about getting some emergency ones sent in. I'm not sure if I have any of the original tipped arrows or not. I've got my broadheads, as you can see there. I've got my hex points, blunts, my boulder one, you know, and my judo points. Need to get together with the guys and go do some rabbit hunting or something. I think that'd be fun. Maybe get Evan and Ian out and do some rabbit hunting too. He needs to get out and do that. So I'm not sure about what Evan's parents are about. Strange guys from the internet coming over and inviting him out to go hunting. Okay. Well, this morning we were kind of in a rush, but I'm good now. I've got 3 of the 4 medications that I'm supposed to be taking. Aspirin is the one thing I have an excessive amount on. I pick as much as I physically can, so I have about a year's supply. I know, Evan, it was not meant to be that way. But no, I'm not sure if your family hunts. That's the reason why I was asking. Some people are hunters, some are not. I'm not sure what yours are. I grew up in a family of hunters. I've taken Ian hunting. He's been hunting before too. He hasn't got anything yet, but that's just a matter of time. But I started a lot younger than he did. Yeah, that's okay. Grace, technically, I think that might be the reason why, because my blood pressure medicine, half my blood pressure medicine was gone. So that might be the reason why I've been acting away. Oh, good. So maybe we can, do they have bows, Evan? If not, I can. Squirrel, yes. Hog, I have not done yet, but I want to. I've got the perfect bow for that. I got 100-pound bow that would be, yeah. With, let's see here. 100-pound bow with, yeah. With that, yeah, I think that would be perfect. Hey, they're archers. That's all it counts. It's more, Grace, it's more of a skill type hunt than it is anything else. The fact that you get something is beside the point. Going out hunting is the thing. I like hunting rabbits myself because getting them on the run is just. Don't have a cannon. I got a couple boomsticks, but I don't need anything fancy for that. I'd rather not discuss those here right at the moment because that's the way it is. But bows, I'll talk to you all day long. Because I've been, hunting with those since I was old enough to carry a BB gun. Okay, now, yeah. Well, that's true. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I have access to it. It doesn't have a string on it at the moment because I have to make a new one. Here it is, gentlemen and lady. Ladies and gentlemen, I should say, this is my 100-pound longbow. It doesn't look like much, but this thing is strong as you can better believe. I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not, but there's little ridges right through here for my grip. I shoot off my hand. And that's for me gripping the bow like that. Yes, that's cork. Bamboo backed. It's probably more slightly maybe around the 95 to 98 pound right now because there's a little bit of follow through, but still a really, really, really good bow. Actually, Will, I've been interested about that anyway. Since you got your casts for making your shot, I think you should. I would love to see that. Now, you guys want to see a really beautiful bow. This is pretty, but it's not the prettiest. This is my 65-pound U recurve. This part here that looks a little scraggly is deer sinew, but this is U wood right here. Stuff that made, England famous for their bows. I've got to trim that up. Oh, give me a second. Got a splinter out on my bow. I have to take care of real quick. Okay, there we go. But it's a 65-pound draw, very smooth on the draw. So you got the horn tips on there. Shoot off the hand. This one's leather wrapped. So I just hold it like that. I got pretty good sized mitts. This one is, I'm not sure how smooth you guys can see how smooth that is. But yes, it's got a little fraying on the deer sinew. But I actually helped him harvest the wood for this. And I hauled the trees out of the woods and everything else. And also I helped him sell his bows. And there's something about this bow, it's just amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Sydney. I really appreciate it. I mean, look at the back there. Look at that. That's so cool. Yeah, and on this one, you see the tip on there. I mean, this thing is just, yeah, I got to make new strings for these. My bowstring maker got damaged in one of the moves. So I have to get it repaired or replaced or something. I'd rather get it repaired. That way I can keep on using it because I got it the year I got married. And I just want to keep on using that one if I can. Okay, I know hook set is used for some channels. So what do we need a term for mine? You can always use the word bow shot if you want to. I think bow shot would work. Robin Hood would be good too. It's one of the saddest things, to be honest, Jeff, as you know. Splitting your own arrows, that's sad. I'm sorry, it is. I've done it. It sucks. You break a lot of knocks mostly, but you don't really split things. Not wood anyway. And by the way, these are not cedar. These are some kind of I'm not sure what these are made out of, to be honest, because they say some kind of pine. No clue. They're Chinese. They're actually not bad for the most part. I mean, the tips really suck. The field points that they come with. Give me a second here. I'm not sure if they still carry them like they did when I first bought them. Yeah, here they are. I think these are it. Yeah. There's just a different, those, yeah. These are similar. Yeah, these are the same ones. Yeah, literally the same ones. The tips are, the field points suck. But I will show it to you, the link. If I can figure out a way to get the link. Okay. I'm not even sure if I can. I'll have to see if the link pop up. Oh crap! I don't want to do that. Give me a second here. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. Give me some. I can't get it to share. Dang it. Yes, I have. It's not cedar. These are cedar. This is cedar. This, no clue. But according to the website on Amazon, it is, let's see, what is it made out of? That it's 100 grain arrowhead. It actually does not say what it's made of. Okay. Someone actually said, what type of wood are these made out of? They're supposed to be Port Oxford cedar. I don't know what these are. That's funny. They're really budget. The tips, I would say, replace automatically. How you doing, South Florida? Thank you for coming. And we're discussing archery stuff today. Since it's Evan's birthday, he just turned 16 today, and he got himself a Samick Sage takedown recurve, and he's having a blast with it, and that's all that matters. Let's see if I can figure out the link on how to do the link on this one. How the heck do I do that? Because this link is way too big. I can try it. I don't know if it'll work. Well, I'm trying. Let's see if that. I'll try it on Facebook. Dang, didn't work. Okay. I wanted to put myself in timeout. It'll pop up, but it won't. If it works, I'll be surprised. Oh, it does work. Okay. I got a clickable link. There you go. You guys try that. See if, what you think of those arrows. They're not the best. spine tested 11, all 12 of them, and one was actually rated way lower than it was supposed to be. These are 55-pound spined arrows. Yeah, I did. No, I did the same thing the first time, and I had like all the way down. Then I found a better link and all this other stuff. But this link is still clickable, no matter what. You can still get to where you need to go if you want to check them out. I mean, for the price point, they are what they are. For less than $50. I mean, they have other ones that are cheaper. Me, I'd rather just buy the shabs, buy everything separate, just throw it together. Yes, Evan, you heard me talking about you. By the way, Evan, if you do decide to go with the wood arrows, check out the link I posted earlier, but replace the nocks and the tips as soon as possible. And you also might want to pick up, give me a second here. They're not tapered underneath the tips. So you may need to pick up yourself a tapering tool, one of these, to taper your shafts, because your tips for your the shafts for your tips, because they're basically straight glued on. They're not. I mean, there's nothing fancy about them at all. Okay, that's fine, Jeff. Oh, so he knew you wanted a bow. So that cool. That is freaking cool. Tell your dad he's cool. We think he's cool. He's looking at bows for you way ahead of schedule. Oh, by the way, Evan, I'm not sure. Do you have bowstring wax? You said you had some of that. Do you have the let's see here. Dang it. I need more space. I would suggest getting yourself one of these. I know it's just a tackle box, but I use it for holding everything else that I need. Ferrule tight for fixing your things. For your fixing your fletchings, you always need some of that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I've got one of the tips I can show you guys. This is why, if you do buy those arrows, change everything out. Now, here's one of the field points that came with it. Those one arrows. Look how the tip of this thing. Look how narrow that is. When you go to shoot at that, it just basically it gets to the tip and just boom, like hitting a wall. And no penetration whatsoever because it stops about that far. That part right there is the diameter of the shaft itself. There's no tapering in there whatsoever, unlike a regular tapered field point. I mean, if you're looking for blunts for hunting small game, they might work, I guess. I think they're junk, and they say they're supposed to be 100 grain. They seem a little heavy, but they're pretty. That's about all I can say. No, I was talking to Evan Jeff earlier, and Johnny, Cliff, and I were discussing doing an archery challenge. Okay. Well, are yours glued on or are they screwed in? Depending on what kind of bolts you have. Because I've made bolts for Jenny's crossbow and a couple other people. And the King of the Fair once just made a bunch of them. Oh, for that. Okay. Have you tried WD-40? I prefer the 125s too, Jeff. I mean, that's what's on a lot of my shafts or 125s. I'm not sure if you can see this one. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can read it or not, but let me see here. Let me see. Try to get signed where you can actually see it without the light. You can't. Too dark. And I don't have my headlamp with me. Well, if you got WD-40 and a pair of pliers, you might be able to get them loose enough where you can swap out the tips. I did happen to pick up some new fill points, some extra fill points for these. I didn't pick up any broadheads for these, though. These are 125 grain, but that's what a fill point should look like. Not like this. You'll see the difference. This one, you can see all the tapering. This one's not tapered at all. It's kind of sloped. The other one actually fits inside the other one. Well, if you're not sure, well, you can always go down to your local archery shop and see what they can do to help you. Because if they break it, they got to replace it. So these are my nemesis ones. I do love my 4-fletch turkey feathers. And people say, "Oh, well, that's going to slow your arrow down." I'm shooting a 74-pound longbow, and I've got 185 feet per second with that one. So these are 435 grain total weight from tip to tip, and the arrow speed is 185 feet per second, which is not bad for a longbow. Well, if you get them to do that, let me know how it turns out. I'm thinking about doing an archery talk here regularly, but I don't know what people would think about it. So if you like the idea of an archery talk once a week, let me know. Say put a 1 in the chat, please. Then we'll figure out a date later on. I still want to do my Thursday thing, but I need a separate archery chat. Thanks, Will. Definitely. I thought Evan would. Yeah. 4-fletch versus 3-fletch. I mean, I just like the stability of the 4-fletch. I know, Jeff, you put multiple ones. And I'm sure Johnny and Cliff would too. An archery for dummies. I don't know if I would put it that way, Grace, but I can do some starter, beginner stuff. I could do a collab with somebody who could do the right way and the wrong way of doing things. But there's some ways that people don't get the idea that there's no one way to do archery right. Because just because I do something one way doesn't mean it's the right way for somebody else. Or it could be wrong for somebody else. Because I am left-handed, so everything's topsy-turvy. Yeah, basically, I've been doing this for over almost 5 more years. I'll be 48. No, 4 more years. I'll be 48. So close to 40 years, and I still don't know everything. I have so much to learn. I want to learn. I want to make bows. I want to crank out my own arrows to have enough arrows to now until doomsday, so to speak. No pun intended. And I just think it'd be fun. Just need a space to do it, which is one of the reasons we want to build. I can set up my own permanent archery range, that kind of thing. Let's see here. I will be right back. I need to go use the restroom. I would love to have somebody come up here and host for me, but I'm not sure if anybody's up for that. Because I know, Evan, you can't do it right now. But I will put the link in the description real quick in the chat one more time. And who knows? See what happens. I'll be right back. Okay. Mac, are you online again? Yeah, I guess Mac was hosting. Well, the pros and cons are different for each individual, Grace. I cannot say that my pros and cons would be the same as Jeff's pros and cons, or even Evan's or Johnny's or whatever. I can do the whole historical spiel. Well, I've actually was supposed to do a demo at one of the fairs, but all this happened. But I do have some really good websites that I can peruse and give the spiel on. That is actually pretty cool. I mean, I was getting a ton of cool information from it. But I can do that. The different aspects on compounds I'm a little fuzzy on because, like I said, I only have the one and I don't use it. So I'm a little fuzzy on the compound stuff. I can do the longbows and recurves, takedowns. If I had a takedown longbow, that'd be like the ideal. We do have one takedown longbow, but it's my son's. That's the one he stole from me. Okay, now Grace, you do know how long? Hey Jess, how you doing? How long people have been shooting bows? And how they evolved is still a mystery. It was over 10,000 years ago. And how they developed, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it had maybe something with atlatls, and that's another skill I don't know how to use. I don't have the or because you got to do that thing, and I'm not really good at that. But I can talk about. Did you know that they were archers on pirate ships? There's a good bit of trivia that you probably didn't know. Jess, today is Evan's birthday. Please wish him a happy birthday. All right. If you got your compound and you're happy with it, yep. People always say there was never archers on pirate ships. Yes, there were. Okay. Here's a better question for you. How long has there been pirates? Can anybody tell me that? And I will give you a bit of little something to think about. As long as there have been boats and someone wanted to steal somebody else's stuff while being on their own boat, they were pirates. They may have been not called that, they were still pirates. They didn't have access to firearms, so they used what they had, which was exactly Jeff. And they used what they had, and archers were a part of it. Evan, you're famous. Way to go. Exactly. And give me a second here. Let me do something real quick. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm pulling up some information now. And fire arrows were a big part of archers taking down enemy ships. Because if you want to be stealthy about something, pirates don't be like, I'm in your face. I'm going to take what you have. Exactly, Grace. Exactly. And if you could see the pilot of the opposing ship, you'd want to take him down quietly, not with a gunshot or whatever weapon they used. Yeah, they're shot. Myself, I'd be using like ballistas and everything quiet and save the big stuff for like emergencies. I've actually got the proper arrowhead for that. Actually, I got a picture. It's even better. Give me a second here. I do have a picture. Let me see here. I think I just. I got some pictures of that one somewhere. I know I took pictures. I thought I had pictures of that one. I might. I don't know. got it somewhere. I'll find it later. Yep, exactly, Jeff, exactly. And I'm sure the Mary Rose had a ton of bows on it when it was found. Over 10,000 bows, if I remember correctly, and 10 times that amount on arrows alone in that ship. So I think that was cool, no matter what. I know a little bit about archery history. Okay, a little. Now, modern archery gets a little bit more convoluted because there's so many good archers out there. I mean, you got Pope and Young, you've got Fred Bear, you've got Howard Hill, you got Byron Ferguson, and all these new guys that just pop up out of nowhere, and ladies too. I mean, there's some really, really awesome lady archers out there. I've shot against many of them, and I'm not sure if anybody watches TikTok. There's a bunch on there that I follow on there, but there's one lady that I would have had a chance to shoot against once, but then that things fell through because I missed the archery competition. I was too late in the day, and that was at one of the major Renaissance fairs. No, Will, let me know what you find out at the archery shop with your bolts for your crossbow. Your air rifle. I'm not sure what to call it exactly, but yeah, I know what it is. It's just I'm just trying to think of a name not to call it that. Okay, cool. Yeah. I did not know that about the. I'm sure the lakes are that big. There's going to be some ship battles there. I don't have any takedown. I mean, any carbon tip broadheads yet. I've been thinking about getting some, but I only have 6 carbons, so I'll go with that. I'm sure, Jeff. I'm very sure. I mean, if it was me, being on that ship, I would definitely have major archers because a lot of people couldn't wear armor on ships because they're afraid of drowning. So, yeah, arrows would be highly effective. Yes. Yes, well, that. I'm just trying to think of another name to call it. Your air cannon. Your spud launcher. Your I'm not sure what else to call it. I've never been up there that far east. No, actually, I've been to Jersey, but that was just passing through on my way home from Germany for vacation. Tater launcher. Now that'd be kind of an interesting concept, though. Launch potatoes with little mini parachutes, then shoot at them with your bows. Definitely, Will. Definitely. That's if it has oars, Cliff. If they don't have oars, it's just a raft. Here, stick. There's the lurker. Yep, I knew he was here. Cliff can't stay away. So, Evan, did you choose the poundage on your bow, or did your dad? I've been meaning to ask. Well, it's not a bad idea, Evan. True, Cliff. Definitely true. Oh, no, no, no. I wasn't asking to come up, Cliff. You know that. But like I was saying, on eBay, you can get the limbs for $60 a piece, and you can just swap out your limbs as you go. Good. Gives you a chance to practice and learn. Good technique. And as I think I said earlier in this chat, as I was doing my range, a lot of the younger kids wouldn't listen to me until I started changing the terms that I would call things. Instead of calling them techniques for archery, I've been calling them cheat codes for archery. They understood cheat codes. If you do this, this, and this happens. So there you go. That's my cheat code for archery. Oh, I can understand that, Jeff. I mean, personally, I've got my 100-pounder. My shoulder gets sore after I get shooting it for a while. Well, I didn't think of the word hack until you said it just now, Grace. But I've found out that cheat codes seems to work with a lot of the younger generation. People, sorry, Evan, you're the exception, and so is Ian, of techniques and stuff. And maybe we'll do a series on making arrows as I'm learning. Maybe you guys can learn too. I don't know. We'll figure it out because I have to get a better camera I can stream with while I'm working and still see what I'm doing on camera and that kind of thing. Because my GoPro doesn't stream, unfortunately. I got the silver, but the black is the one that streams. So yep. I mean, the thing is, it's like as Grace said, it's a life hack for archery. It helps you figure things out easier. And it doesn't matter how strong you are. It doesn't matter how tall you are. All it matters is if you have the correct technique, you can do these things. Everybody, left or right-handed. I mean, we had a young lady on the range once who was missing a good chunk of her arm, yet she still was able to pull the bow back and shoot. There was a young man who was severely, I'm not sure exactly what he had, but he was confined to a wheelchair and had, I'm not sure if it was MS or what he had, but he was able to work a crossbow. And that's when I had a lever handle thing. He just like put his hand down, boom, he got to shoot the crossbow. He hit the target. He was ecstatic. I was ecstatic. He had fun. That's all that mattered. So, well, I just hear my siren call. I've got to go tuck my wife in. I'll be right back. Yes, they are. I didn't have anybody who was blind, but I had someone who was close. Turn on the air conditioning again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if it gets noisy in here, please forgive me. I had to turn on the air conditioning for Jenny. Are you mooning someone, Cliff? I haven't even. Since they moved us to this room, we can't see the moon anymore. Oh man, it's so cool. Got to figure out the challenges that I want to set up. Okay, since I got two of us who are planning on doing it, I don't know if Jeff is interested or not, or anybody else who's got a bow and wants to shoot. Maybe even Will. What kind of challenges do you think would be both fun but not easy to do? I mean, I was telling Blood Moon? Okay, now you got me curious. Um, let's hear it. It's supposed to be a super flower blood moon tonight, and a lunar eclipse as well, depending on where you're at. Evan, you're the guy. Tomorrow? Okay. You're our astronomy guy. So we may have to lean on you on that point. But if you can get some pictures, that would be super cool. You did mention something about getting some pictures. So tomorrow would be an awesome day for that. Minus cloud. Hopefully, no cloud cover. Good call, Grace. Good call. Okay. Thank you, Evan. That's all I ask. Evan, okay, Cliff, who are your other halves? Your parents or somebody else that we do not know about? I'm being nosy, so bear with me. And same here. I want to do some camping. Oh, I gotta check on that. I forgot all about that. Watch your flea market. That's the one. Come on, where's the dates? Oh, come on. Not until August? Oh, crikey, that sucked. Oh, that's right. They were supposed to be this year, isn't it? About nieces and nephews there, Cliff. Is that what you're talking about? No, I'm actually planning something here in Iowa that I wish you guys could all go to. There's a really nice place that has really awesome outdoor targets all set up. It's all year round. Um, well, you don't put the significant other, wording out there, Cliff, for no reason, or your other halves, I should say. Hey, Coach, how you doing? Howie, how you doing, sir? Yeah, we're just want you to say happy birthday to Evan there, please. He just turned 16 today. And he got a new bow. And it's really cool. He got himself a Samick Sage. Glad to hear it. That's cool, Grace. And he's already been up once, and he went live earlier. I was first person on his live, which is I think is cool. It happened right before mine. That was over 2 hours ago. My son Ian, he complains when I talk about archery too much, but as soon as we start getting into where we have a lot of access to bows and stuff, he gets all excited about it. And the fact that he's so freaking cool about what he shoots. I can watch him shoot all day. Then until I get my bow on. He doesn't like me shooting because I shoot better than he does. Okay. Nothing wrong with that, Cliff. Enough said. My son is 15. He's just a little shorter than me, but he's lanky as all get out. He pulls a 55-pound bow. There's nothing wrong with being a hippie, Evan. I was born in the 60s. Don't forget that. Remember, I do have long hair. That's true, Evan. You did. Drive safe, Will. I look forward to getting that prize from you. I will definitely do an unboxing and show it off. Yeah. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, gurgle, gurgle. One moment, folks.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just let me know. So I'll get your stuff for you. You gotta look it up. Okay. Sit up. Get it on. You'll probably sleep better with it on.
Ow. Oh, like that.
You have to take off your headset. That. Okay. Let me know when to turn it off.
No, we're-
Okay. Are you able to put your mask back on? No, because you got the cord around your neck and you're supposed to get over your eyes. Okay. There you go. Night, love. Let me know when it gets on. Is it on?
What?
Is it on?
Light on mine.
Yeah. Better? Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Had to take care of my wife. Well, Jeff, you can do a collab with me on archery in the backdrop. You know, your target holder. Well, thank you, Howie. I really appreciate it. I kind of think of it like a giant clan kind of thing myself, but these people are really, really cool. You're cool. Jess is cool. Evan's cool. Grace is cool. Garden State Garden is cool. Everybody. I do my best, Grace, to take care of Jenny. Well, thank you, Howie. I didn't realize you were watching it. I just found out when Will texted me earlier on Instagram. Sorry, catching up on the chat after I'd taken care of Jenny. Greg's been shooting the bow he got, and I haven't heard his updates and what he thinks of it, but I think it's a really cool bow myself. We still have two of the Samixes here. Plus, I've got my other ones I showed off earlier. So, Jess, what kind of? You said you had a compound. So, what's your draw weight, and what's the let off? I have no clue about the one compound I have because it has no information with it. It just, other than the bow itself being way heavier than I'm used to, the weight carrying it, the draw weight's easy. Let's see if I can get somebody up here. And I was thinking about getting some stickers from Sticker Mule of my logo. I think it's pretty cool. It's going to cost me about $65. Some stickers and some buttons. A few buttons. Let's go. Yeah, I don't usually go to. Ooh, that's weird. Okay, Jeff. Looking at different stuff. Oh, that's understandable, Jeff. No, Jeff, I was thinking maybe if you want to collab on something, we can do a collaboration on your target holder and see what we can do to make it better. I have some ideas with Evan's wood chips, his pine chips or whatever it is that he has there. I think it might be an option. Ask that. Oh, light for me, but oh, it's one of those. I'm. Oh, somebody popped up. Hey, Grace.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, doing okay.
No, I think you guys could probably get a bow fairly inexpensive that you guys could share. And it also depends on what you consider expensive, because I can find you some really good deals.
Well, I'm
Right
probably
now.
going to be boring, but I thought I'd hop up here so you got somebody to keep you company.
Oh, that's cool. You're not boring any way, shape, or form. No, I was checking on.
One thing,
What was that?
go ahead. One thing I would like to talk about maybe is I said something about doing a video, like the basics of archery. I
Oh,
mean,
I can do
seriously,
that.
you could do whether if it's a video or a live stream, something that a video where you talk about like just the different parts. I don't know what like where you hold the bow. Is that called a handle? Is there another
A
name for
riser.
it? A
Riser.
riser. Okay. I don't know that. You talk about
Yeah.
shooting off the shelf. I think I know what that means. There's that piece. I guess you're saying you lay the arrow down against it.
Yeah, that's called the shelf.
Okay. But just things like that for people like me who really don't know
Yeah.
what all those terms
Right.
are. I've heard y'all talk about whisker biscuits, and I've seen a whisker biscuit, but I don't know why. What's the purpose?
It's a an arrow rest, but it's instead of being something it lays on, it's in the whiskers hold it centered to where your shot, because
So it's
most
like
bows
a
are,
circle.
yeah.
Okay, and do they call it whisker because it's got like the bristles or whatever you want to call it?
Yes.
Okay,
And a
but see,
biscuit because
I
it's
mean,
round.
you're telling me all this now, but I'm sure there's a whole lot more
Oh, there's a
parts to
ton
a
more to
bow.
it. Yeah.
No, you
If
could do
you've seen
something
Johnny's
on that.
bow, it's on his. He's got his set up that way.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
And
where
that
I've seen
allows
it. Is on here.
Yeah, it also gives you a little bit more versatility in the arrows that you shoot. I have to be specifically using feathers because vanes, the plastic kind feathers,
Oh,
there's a difference.
let me guess.
These are
So if
feathers.
you're if you're shooting off the shelf, then if you have the plastic, what do you call them? Fins,
Vanes.
veins, they're not going to be as soft and flexible. So when that fletching hits
It'll kick
the
your arrow off the direction you're not wanting it to go.
right, it's going to hit that shelf or whatever you call it, and it's not going to aim, or
Right.
it's not going to go where you aim. Okay.
Hey Heath, how you doing? No, what will happen if you're shooting a vane? Say this is my hand's the shelf. A vane, because it's stiff, will cause it to deflect slightly.
Right. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
and feathers are a lot more forgiving.
But see,
Now,
that's something that I
they have
didn't
their
know
place.
until you
Don't get
said
me
it.
wrong, but I prefer feathers because it's the aesthetics thing.
Hmm. Well, see,
So,
there's
and
a
I
lot
just
more, I'm sure, like I said, that, you could tell us about just, the basic anatomy of a bow and
yeah.
what kind of bow. Like I said in the comments, I don't know the difference between a long bow and a recurve. I think I know what a compound is. That's one that's got like all the like pulleys
Wheel.
or
Yeah.
wheels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two of the bows that I showed you today. I'm not sure if you saw those. The two bows
I've
I
been
had
here
earlier.
from the beginning, so yeah.
Okay, the first bow I showed you, the straight flat one, is a long bow. The second one with the curved tips is a recurve.
Uh-huh.
That's the difference.
Okay, so which one came along first, do you think? Or do you know?
Probably the long bow.
So that was probably the more primitive, first
Yeah.
attempt at a bow. And then
Um,
somebody figured out that a recurve would maybe be better in some
a little
ways,
bit
I'm
more flick,
guessing.
a little bit more speed.
Ah,
And I'm gonna teach you something real quick here. I got two arrows
okay.
here. Other than the
Yep.
materials that they're made out of, here's something that's really cool. This is called a shield-shaped arrow fletch. Because you see it goes down here and it kind of slopes down. This is parabolic because it kind of slopes and it's more rounded.
Right. So I'm going to guess that
I don't have
the
the third
parabolic.
type. That's two of the ones that people shoot, one or the other.
Okay, so why would you use the parabolic versus the, what did you call the first one?
The first one is called shield.
Shield. What are the advantages of one over the other, or what purpose does maybe one work better for?
It's a personal preference that I've always seen. I like both. It's just a matter of preference. I like shield shape because it just looks cool. That's why I chose them that way.
That was the next thing I was going to ask. Is it just a matter of, is it just cosmetic that you might prefer one shape versus the other, or does it actually affect the way that the arrow
there might be scientifically, but I've never found a difference. I do think that the shield shapes are a little bigger. I do shoot a longer fletch because okay, give me a second. Let me grab one of my sons. You shoot a longer fletch because okay. Here's my son's arrows.
Okay.
His is a 2.5-inch fletch, shield shape. You can tell it's significantly shorter than the ones I use.
Yeah, and it's got that little dip.
Yep, these are the shield shape.
Mm-hmm.
And he's shooting the field points. Plastic nocks with an indicator. That's what this little bump here is, the indicator. And it is a sear shaft. This was like a 5/16 arrow. That's the diameter at 28 inches, which is the overall length. Jeff, you would not freeze up. It's just a matter of talking to somebody like you're talking to me. Would not have an issue with that. Now, no, there's a lot of this. There's so many different styles of archery in the world, Grace, that there's the Japanese style, there's the Turkish style, horsebow style, and there's more styles than I can count.
Well, you should definitely do some videos or live streams where you explain this more in detail, because I'm tell you that a lot of times when y'all get to talking about archery, I can understand about half of what you're talking about. I know for sure what you're talking about.
Right.
Another 25% I've kind of figured out, like a while ago you were showing the knock. No one that I can remember ever explained on a live stream, you or anybody else, what a knock was. But after hearing you all talk about it, I'm like, oh, that's that thing on the end that's got the little slot in it where the string goes.
Right. And there's different types of knocks on top of that.
And
okay, like the one I showed you off of Ian's had that little indicator knock. This one doesn't. But there's a reason why this one doesn't. Because it's a 4-fletch. It doesn't matter which way the arrow goes.
Oh, it does. Oh, yeah, that's what you were talking about. That's an advantage. And I kind of understood that when you've only got the 3-fletched arrows, I'm guessing does like a single fletch go on the top, like dead center on top?
Okay, yes, there is. Okay, using Ian's arrow again, because it kind of stands out with the different colors than what I use. It's called the cock feather. The blue one.
Okay. All right.
This one here. They look like both too blue, but they're. Oh yeah. Okay. This one here, the white one, the cock feather with the stripes.
The odd guy.
Okay. The reason for that is when you shoot, use these up against. They say this is my bow right here. The arrow. This would be away from the bowstring. So when you're shooting, that's away from it. When the arrow comes up, hitting the bow, it doesn't deflect. If you had it this way, you'd hit it and deflect.
Okay, and the advantage of having the 4-fletch is that it doesn't. You can go 180 degrees either way.
I don't have to look at my arrows to know I'm going to hit this, get them on the string, and it's always going to go the right way.
And I guess if you shoot a lot, if you're good at what you're doing and you practice a lot, then you're it probably becomes second nature. But still,
Yeah.
it's just
I
one
mean,
less thing you have to worry about.
yeah. I mean, I do a lot of speed shooting, and
Yeah.
having four fletched when I just don't have, I just reach back, boom, I'm on the string, boom, gone.
Right.
And that's why I've always liked four fletch. It's just easier to do. You don't have to think about anything. Same thing for my new ones, the same way. I have my knocks set up where they just whatever way I shoot, they're going to be set up for me to shoot. That's my
Jess is
reason.
leaving. Jess is leaving. See you later, Jess. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for coming, Jess. You're welcome by anytime. No, you feel free to ask me questions anytime you want, Grace. You know that. I actually like talking about archery. It's my favorite thing.
No, really? Really, Colin?
That little thing I sent you about what all those things about archery. That's me.
Yep.
I will talk it to death. I mean, I once went to a fair and I ran into somebody who had a bow. I ended up talking to them for 3 hours before my wife said, "We got to get going. You've been standing there for 3 hours." I go, "I have what?"
So Jenny had to drag you away.
Yeah. But one thing that she does know, when I'm running my range, she actually has to pull me away from my range to eat because I forget.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing what I love to do. I'm teaching archery. I'm shooting archery. I'm talking about archery, and I'm having fun with people learning archery, whether they're 6 years old or 60 years old. Doesn't matter with the age. If they're having fun, it will stick with them for the rest of their lives. I'm not sure if you heard the story about the 8-year-old who shot at my archery tournament once.
Remind me.
Okay. This was at the Iowa Renaissance Fair. Probably about, 10 to 15 years ago. This little 8-year-old kid came to my range, never held a bow in his life. And I taught him how to shoot. He hit the target. He was excited. His parents got excited. And he kept on coming back. Then he heard about my archery tournament. He talked to his mom. He goes, "Mom, can I shoot in the tournament?" He goes, "Okay," and everything. And he gets in the tournament. There's like 23 kids. He gets third out of 23 kids and never shot a day in his life before then.
Oh, cool.
And he's jumping up and down. His parents are jumping up and down. And I mean, he's just like beaming when he gets his prize and all this other stuff. And I'm sure he's probably still shooting today because of that.
That's cool. Yeah.
And sometimes
Nice.
that's enough for me to be like that. I mean,
To forget to eat.
I forget to eat, I forget to drink, but I make sure everybody else does. I just forget myself. I lose more weight on the range when I'm shooting, when I'm running my range than anything else because I'm the first person there and the last person to leave. And I don't think of it as work. And I make really decent money. I don't charge a lot. $1 for 3 shots, 2 for 7, and 3
Yeah,
for
actually,
12.
I saw that. I saw that in one of your videos or one of the pictures you showed maybe earlier, where it said
Yeah.
like 3 arrows for $1, and I'm like, that's pretty cheap, I think.
Well, the
I
thing
mean,
is, I mean,
not costing you an arm and a leg.
that's the thing. I mean, to me, you get more money from repeat customers than raising your prices. Then you only get someone there once in a while who want to do it, come back.
Right.
But if you
Right.
keep it reasonable, you have the same person coming back time after time after time. And then my wife actually got the bright idea. Say, "Why don't you offer an all-day pass?" And I just figured out what the cost for an all-day pass was, and sure, we did that, and that happened. And people started doing that. Then one person said, "Oh, what about an all weekend pass?" And I figured out the cost of that, and figured that one out. And someone bought them 2 weekends in a row. I go, "Holy crap!"
Wow. Wow.
And the thing is, I end up hiring them to work for me eventually, but because they loved, just coming down the range and shooting and talking and hanging out. And that's
Yeah.
the whole thing is that was I had fun doing that. I want to do it again. I just got to rebuild my range. I've got plans to make it better. I just don't have the space at the moment until I get to the new house, picking up some new
Right.
tools and start rebuilding everything from scratch.
Won't be long.
Oh yeah, I actually am gonna go and I'm hoping to have my range up and running by fall. Then I can just have fun doing that. I don't care
Yeah.
if it's just one weekend. I will set it up. I will go for broke. So I just
Well,
need to
you
make
guys
sure
are
I hope I go ahead.
you guys are less than a week from moving into the house now, right?
Yep. We're decided that we're gonna still move into the house, but we're not going to be rushing moving everything all at once into the house
Uh-huh.
because if you do that, you basically thrash the house because until you get everything out of boxes and this, that, and the other thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the furniture in, and then we're going to replace a bunch of stuff that we're going to sell and get rid of, and just
Right.
make the house nice and keep it nice. So I think it would be a good way to keep us better organized by taking our time moving. Because even our old place, it took us over a month to get everything into the house.
So, how much time do you all have on the storage rental?
The storage rental I have to pay again on the 1st.
And how long is that good?
I'm going to put it in for another month. We'll start moving things before that.
Okay, so then basically you'll have that available to keep everything in until you're ready to move it into the house and sort through it and figure out what you're going to keep, what you're not.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's better than me trying to rush every day because it took us 4 large trips to move everything from the garage where we had it at the place in Carlisle to the storage unit. And that pretty much nearly broke me emotionally, physically, whatever, because that was a lot of work fast. And I have a year to get that stuff where I want it. And I wanted to at least give myself an extra time. And also, I haven't had any fun because I haven't had to work on weekends and everything else.
Yeah, it hadn't been a lot of fun lately.
And there's a Renaissance fair next weekend I haven't been to in a long time. And I rarely go as a patron. I usually am my range owner. They wanted me there, but I just didn't have the gear set up, and all this other move stuff was going on.
Yeah,
so,
and everything is in storage.
Yes. So
yeah.
I'm going to the fair this weekend. Why? Because I want to. I need it. So that way I can I need to blow off some steam, and this is the only way I think I can do it. Get to see some friends I haven't seen in forever. And Jenny doesn't have to work this one, which is nice. So it'd just be her, me, and Ian at the fair. I might take my GoPro just because.
You probably ought to, just in case you feel like filming.
Yeah, I gotta find all my parts because the second move is what really hurt. Moving from the first house to the second house, from the second house to this house.
Right.
Oh man.
Well, when I was in the military, I got to move every 2 to 4 years on average. We did a lot of moving, but we never had to do it ourselves.
Right.
You know, the
You could always
military
hire someone.
would pay right. The military would pay for a mover to come and pack everything
Yeah.
up and load
Like,
it
that's what
into
they
the
did
truck.
with me in Germany when I went to California.
Yeah, you really don't have to do much except for tell them what to take.
Right.
Because
Hey,
actually, they give
Daniel.
you two different. They give you two
Sorry.
different shipments. In the military, they may have changed the terms by now because it's been quite a few years since I got out. But
Yeah, me too.
you
It's
had
been like 20
you
years
had
for
what they
me.
called you had what they called whole baggage,
Yep.
which
I
was
remember that.
like that was the stuff that you were likely to get about maybe within a week of arriving at your new duty station.
Right.
And then you had your household goods, which came by ship if you were overseas.
Oh, I was a
And it
single
might take
airman, and at the time, the first tour I was in, and I didn't have a lot of stuff.
so everything probably went whole baggage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got it within a week or so.
Yeah. I got
But
lucky on that part.
the household goods might take a month or so to get there.
Right.
And
The only
that's
thing
a
I had
bulk
in
of
household
your
goods was a TV, a big TV, but still a TV.
well, for a family, you're usually talking about most of their furniture, all the kitchen gadgets, all your stereo equipment. Basically, the only thing that wasn't in your household goods was going to be stuff that would get you by for the next week. Basically, living out of a suitcase.
Right. Your uniforms, your shower kit, and that's it.
One plate, one set of silverware for each person in the family, a couple of
If
pots
you're
and pans,
lucky.
maybe a skillet,
Paper plates and
bare
plastic cups
minimum.
went far. Sometimes you have, when you have a paper plate, plastic cup, you're a golden.
There you go.
Well, like I said, hello, Daniel. Thank you for coming. And yes, Jeff, I really hope I can get it done. I'm not sure if I can videotape the entire process of me rebuilding it, because I have to buy all the tools I need to actually do the cutting and everything else. Because there is one part that I don't have, and I'm not sure if I'm going to need it, and that's a nail gun. Because I have to redo the cedar siding on the front, make it look more like a building. Because I'm not sure if you've seen the pictures, Grace, of my awning that I had. I have, I should say. Give me a second here. See if I can find a really good picture of it. You can actually see the front. Okay, here you go. Give me a second here, Grace. Okay, see the front there?
Oh,
Where
okay.
right next,
Yeah.
that's all cedar siding. I used to have it on the front and the sides, but I lost the pieces for the sides. But my updated version is going to have an awning coming off the top, where if I want to keep shade, but it's
Oh,
kind
and
of going
that's
to be
you.
during the day, and I'm going to also have.
That's you there.
Go ahead. What was that?
That's you there.
Yeah, that's me.
Is that a kilt?
Yes, I was wearing a kilt. It was Irish weekend.
That's what I figured. That's what I figured.
I keep on telling people I do wear a kilt. No, I'm going to add awnings that are basically going to turn into walls when I'm not using them. When the range is closed, everything will come down and just make it into a enclosed space.
Right.
But that way I can have more sunshade 3 ways around at least. There'll be 4 ways technically, but one in the front's going to roll up and tuck underneath the front where people can come through. Welcome back, Evan. But that's
hey, Evan.
a friend of mine painted that sign for me, and
Nice.
she's no longer with us. She passed away. She was really young. She took her own life, unfortunately. But she is always in my thoughts when I'm pray for her every
Well,
day.
that makes it kind of special too. You know.
Yeah.
That's a part of her.
And you can see where I hung my bows off the side here. I plan on taking that center rail off to the right there. You can see right above that one guy's head who's sitting down, and raise it up a little higher if I can put more bows that way, and do the same on the other side. The desk thing you see in what I'm standing next to is actually a folding workbench that I
Okay.
added some canvas to, which makes a really nice little desk for, taking money and that kind of thing. Yep. And people can bring their own bows, but I have to inspect them to make sure they're safe.
Uh-huh. And if they didn't have a bow, you had ones that they could use?
Yeah. I have like 23 bows.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I did it for the range, from 9 pounds for the little kids all the way up to my 55-pound longbow. And this whole thing all collapses down. I have some improvements I want to do to it though. Instead of having screws on all the corners, I want to put in bolts.
So do you have a trailer that you haul that on?
No, I have an enclosed trailer. I haul it in.
Oh, the one you have your stuff from the house stored in. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. How long is it?
18.
Okay. All right.
It's a single axle, either it's 8x16 or 8x18. I'm not sure which. I paid $800 for it, and it's a deal of a lifetime.
Okay.
Thank you,
Well, in
Jeff.
the pic there, the picture cuts off both the left and right side of the
Okay, hold on.
seat.
I got more pictures.
Yeah, there. How
here.
wide is that?
Okay,
Oh,
give me a
that's
second.
what,
How about
maybe 10 feet, 12 feet?
12 feet?
Yeah. So that'll easily fit in your trailer.
Yeah. That whole piece comes out. This part here. Oh, excuse me a second. This part right here,
Uh-huh.
where my archery range sign is and everything, that's all one piece. These
Right.
pieces off to the left and right are all individual pieces. There's 2 equal pieces on either side, and all
those
these
on the side,
every
sides are what, 7 feet?
Yeah.
6 feet, 7 feet?
8.
8? Okay.
It's about
So
12
yeah, my
feet
point
tall
is
at the front, the top, and about
that's
a little
easy.
over 8 at the back.
So the whole thing, when you take it down, it'll easily fit into the trailer. No
Yes.
problem there at all.
Exactly. Everything on my range will fit in the trailer, and with some room left over. And we end up using that extra room for our medieval tents, campsite, and other things that we need for the event. Our rope bed, our mattress for the rope bed, our fire pits, our chairs, our coolers, all that.
Yeah, Jeff is in the chat saying that's a really cool setup.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. And hey, Tamara, thank you for coming. How long does it take me to set up? Okay. Pending on how early I can get there, Evan. If I can come there the day before, it takes me about 3 hours. If I have help, it takes a lot less. By myself, I can set the entire range up. I actually set the awning there up, laying down with the front part on the ground. Then I just tilt everything. I attach everything to this. Everything's pivoted on that front piece, and the 2 side pieces, you can have in one big, each a separate piece. There's a piece that you can't see. I call it the K piece. You can see the little slanted part. In the lower right above this one guy's head, that looks like a giant K. That holds the back part together, and the front part has got big long bolts. behind the big the cedar siding part.
So it braces it.
Yeah, everything's braced. Like I said, only thing I want to change is instead of using, I've been using, give me a second, corkscrews for everything. I want to use bolts. Less work and everything. Just like pop it together. Use swing nuts to hold it down. Done. Thank you, Paula. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
And
thanks,
thank you for
Paula.
your prayers. Well, it takes a little bit more than that, Cliff, because you got one person on the cash box, one person measuring and giving out bows and arrows, and then we have 3 separate targets. So you have one person teaching per target, and you can have, and each person can handle 2 people, depending on their skill level. Yeah, and there's me. I have to be able to roam through everything because I had to go from everywhere from the cash box to the range, and even sometimes I even step into the line of people coming in. There once,
You're the
huh?
supervisor.
Well, owner,
I said
operator,
you're the supervisor.
supervisor,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I actually slip into the line from time to time, and just tell them, "Hurry up! I want to shoot." And I start paying it, throwing a tantrum until one of my employees says, "Colin, get out of the line! You don't have to wait. Why? You own the range." Oh, okay. And everybody laughs and everything. Once at one of the fairs, when I was doing my archery tournament, the owners of the fair thought the fair was closed. Everybody was gone. You come over the hill at this particular fair, and there was a line of 50 people waiting to shoot.
Oh no.
No, he thought it was cool. This is the reason why they want me back, because my range is very popular. Because there's no one who does what I do. I hold a traditional archery range, and I hold an archery tournament. Okay, you'll just stand on the cash box and still take new ones in. I don't understand. Okay, I'm trying to understand what he's saying. No, but that's my range in a nutshell. I mean, you need at least 6 people to run it smoothly, efficiently. I can multitask too, but sometimes we got people
Yeah,
in
I think
line for getting bows. There's people in line to actually pay for shooting. And then there's people who are there for the tournament. There's
I think Cliff is right
different.
though. If you had to, you could make do with 3 people. It wouldn't be
Oh,
fun,
I have.
maybe,
I've done it with
but
2, and it
if
sucks.
you have to, you do what you have to do.
Yeah, I've done it, but the thing is, it works much better and get more efficient with 6 people. But most people don't realize we do not make minimum wage doing these kind of jobs. That's the only thing. We can't get paid by the hour. I don't get paid by the hour because I wouldn't make enough to be paid by the hour for myself alone. So I
So
pay
how do
them.
you get paid?
I pay so much per day plus food and drink and everything else. Basically, it's a standard day wage plus food and whatever. If they need gas money, I'll help them with that. If all that stuff. It usually comes out to be about maybe 50 to 75 per day. That's not including gas to get to and from the fair. Which is, can you take that times 6? That's a lot. And one person complained that I wasn't paying them enough. And I wasn't paying them any less than anybody else until we caught her hand in the till. She got fired and walked off the site for that.
Okay. I've had that happen a few times at my job. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't steal. If we're going to pay you, you do not steal from the till. Oh no, Cliff, I would never make you do it for free. But you get to shoot as much as you want when there's time. And one of the things I always say, if we don't have the customers there, like when the joust is going on or something, grab a bow, go shoot. And if you want to enter the archery tournament, you're free to do so, but you got to pay your own way. I do not have any connection to the tournament. What you guys pay, that's you. That's on you guys. Now, will I shoot in the tournament? Yes. Can I win the tournament? No. I shoot for score. I want to see if I'm good as I think I am. And with the exception of a few people who's actually tied me, very few have beaten me. And I just think it's cool when someone actually does match me. I think it's cool. And they end up being some of my best friends. And they all, right now they've all moved out of state, unfortunately. That was right before the pandemic. How does the archery tournaments work? Okay, Evan, you get 3 shots at each target. There's 3 targets. And the targets go from the outside in. White is 1, black is 2, blue is 3, red is 4, yellow is 5. To a max total of 15 possible points you can get at each target. Max score you could get is 45 points. The ranges go from 20, 30, and 40 yards. And you start off, if there's so many people at the target, you start so many people at each target, and as soon as they get done, they move to the right. Then they shoot at those. And if you're at the first one, you go all the way down to the furthest one. So, and if you have several rounds, which we've actually had to shift people through 3 times. It gets to be quite a process. And, we have to deal with lost arrows, broken strings, and things like that along the way. And sometimes when we have so many people, we have to share bows because not everybody brings their own bow, but they do like entering the tournament. And the tournament, I charge $10 a person. No, for kids, I charge 10. Adults, I charged 20. And let's see, what was my 25, 15, 10 was the payout for that, unless I had a bow or something else as a grand prize.
Colin,
Yes.
didn't you say on another live stream that when you have the tournaments, that when it comes to the little kids, that you only run them through like 1 round because they need so much more help and attention? They take so long.
No, the little ones don't enter the tournament. You were talking about the little 6-year-olds or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't let them enter the tournament because, for one, it's too much of a process for them. But usually it's around the ones up to the age of 14. We'll do the 14 to, say, 8 or so, depending on how their skill level. Because, I was different. Ian was definitely different than most kids. He's always shot better than most of his peers, and some of the older ones even. But I wouldn't let little kids enter the tournament just on basis of they're too small. But they're more than welcome to shoot afterwards and that kind of thing. And I have given free arrow after free arrow after free arrow for a little kid who has not hit the target yet. And that's just why? Because I own the range. It's my right to do so.
Well, that's nice.
But that's basically how the tournament works, Evan. You get 3 shots at each target. And what I'd end up doing is before everybody takes off and they're doing their practice shots, I'd walk down and take 3 shots at each target, walking as fast as I can. They go boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Like I said, that's my score. And like I said, with few exceptions of people tying me, very few people beat me. And I was just having fun. And my wife says, if I'm showing off, I get better. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. I just have, yeah. Okay, I'm getting excited.
You know, you talking about giving the kids extra arrows when they hadn't hit the target yet kind of made me think about Johnny on your live stream when he was shooting at his target, or not the target, but the beer can.
Right.
How many extra arrows did you all give him?
Oh, we basically waited. We said they were going to give him the prizes no matter what. He needed more than one arrow though. But
just
so,
keep shooting until you hit it.
Yeah, because he only had one arrow he was going back and forth with.
Right. Took a lot of time.
Right. I would have probably had to take at least one raid shot because I didn't know the distance, then worked my way up from there. But I would have had more arrows on me.
And you know, Johnny's gonna watch this on the replay.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Johnny, when you get to this part, we miss you. Wish you could be here.
Oh, I got
He's
something
probably
to show
still
you.
at work.
I think it's pretty funny. He sent me a text. Okay, you know about him and Cliff and me, sharing live. We've been texting back and forth.
Right.
Give me a second here. He took a video of me on my video and sent it to me. Why?
So
I don't know.
Because he was watching it.
Yeah. Well, I know he watches it, but it just, yeah. I mean, it's interesting because we talk a lot, Cliff and I and Johnny and I. I don't get to talk to Johnny as much because he does work a lot. I mean, he may not seem like he does, but he's got a work ethic, which is really cool. And so does Cliff, and so do I. And the thing is, if we lived closer, we would cause so much havoc. Between Johnny's energy and my ideas would get us in trouble. And Cliff's engineering and gardening skills, I mean, between those two, I mean, man, they'd almost par Howie. I know Howie was in here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here, but
yeah, I didn't see him sign out, but hadn't really been watching the chat very closely.
Yeah. No, it's maybe one of these days we get to do a get together, all three of us. Maybe even you too.
Well, actually, I was looking a while back, and it's I think about an 8-hour drive.
It's not bad though. I've done 8-hour drives.
But then the pandemic happened, and it's like, hey, not a lot of traveling happening.
It's on the downward slide.
Oh, things are getting better for sure.
Yeah. I think it's time for us to get together and just be thankful that we're here. We got each other. We got new friends. We've got friends we've known for a while, like you, me, and Cliff and Johnny. We've known each other for a long, long time. Now we got Jeff in here. We got Evan and everybody else who's been here. Heath, got a new friend. Tamara who's in here, and Jess. All those people. Will definitely will. And as when we talked to Nicole the other day.
Yeah,
was
that
cool.
was nice.
It was nice being able to catch up with her. I'm sorry it wasn't very
Mm.
long, but
She used to
we
be
were
in here all the time.
well, yeah, but she went from a part-time job to a full-time job.
Well, I understand it. From no, one time she said she was working 6 days a week.
Right.
So
Well,
I get it. I
let
understand
me
it, but
let
I'm
you
just
know
saying I
something.
really do miss her. What's
I
that?
found out something really interesting about my new hometown. It has an Amtrak station.
Oh wow, we don't.
I understand that.
Actually, there was just something on the news tonight about that Louisville, Kentucky is only about 15 minutes away from where I am across the Ohio River in Indiana.
Right.
And we're talking about back in, like, I think it was 2003 is when they shut down Amtrak in Louisville. If it was still open, that might be a really easy way to get from here to there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it'd be okay. I'm not sure. Actually, Indianapolis does have an Amtrak still.
well, that's a 2-hour drive.
Hey,
Doable, but not
yeah,
as
still,
convenient as 15 minutes away.
right, but it's you got one that's nearby. Not as close as you're used to, but still. And if I go with Pennsylvania for Jeff, I'm not sure where he's. I'm not sure how many different places are.
Yeah, Jeff, where in Pennsylvania are you from? What part? My husband's from just south of Pittsburgh,
Right.
but actually he's from Rüsselsheim, Germany. That's where he was born,
Okay,
but
they've
grew up
got
in
Exton, Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Lewistown, Pennsylvania, Huntington, Pennsylvania, Beloit, Pennsylvania, Ardmore, Philadelphia,
Collins.
obviously. Yeah.
He said they have one in Pittsburgh, so I'm going to guess that Jeff is near Pittsburgh.
Okay. The Pittsburgh was listed. Yep. The Union Station at Pittsburgh.
I don't know how much it costs, but it'd be nice not to have to drive. Just
Well, I mean,
relax, nap.
I think it'd be kind of cool. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, um, you got parking there. Accessibility. Yeah.
Well, you get somebody to drop you off,
Yeah.
so you don't have to pay for parking.
Or you could rent a car to and from and just, drop it off nearby.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
If you can if you can get a rental car.
That's true. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm not sure if you might have to do a I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because I mean,
Well, I guess there's always a Greyhound or something like that, but depends. You might get lucky
right.
and get a bus full of good people, or you might have a bus with a few weirdos.
Okay. Um I'm just gonna do a generic weekend trip thing over Memorial Weekend. Just because. Just to see what no matching stations? What? Oh, you might have to do a Oh. I'd may have to do a multi-try from Pittsburgh. Okay. GH. Low, Iowa. Still can't do it. Oh man.
Well, depending on the cost, if we were to try to get together, I'm thinking I probably would bring my son with me because knowing my husband being a little bit protective like guys might be, he's going to insist that I'm not going to Iowa to meet some guys that I met online.
Oh, obviously. Obviously.
So anyway, my point is if Michael comes with me, my son, then we
Oh
can
yeah,
share the drive.
I'm going to meet him anyway. You'd have to go through oh man. If you're going from Pennsylvania, you're Indiana, obviously.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
You'd have to figure out a way. You probably have to go through someone to teach a travel agent or something.
Actually, my husband was just in Pennsylvania this past weekend.
Say what?
My husband was just in Pennsylvania this past weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
He usually, well, that's home for him. That's where his dad's side of the family is from. So
Right.
usually he's up there at least 3 times a year, maybe 4 or 5 times a year. It's like about a 7-hour drive. He'll say it's a 5-hour drive, but it's a 7-hour drive. But
you got to put in bathroom breaks and gas breaks and just breaks.
So because of the pandemic, though, he had not been going lately. So this is the first time in probably about 15 months that he's been in Pennsylvania. Went up there for his great niece's college graduation.
Oh, so, wow.
It was nice.
Well, Jeff said that the international airport is about the same distance from probably a lot faster, a little bit more expensive, but faster.
I
definitely.
don't know. You might get some good deals if you book early.
Yeah,
you might.
And if we book a weekend that's not standard with any other things going on, and it just depends on what we do as well. I mean, archery would be awesome. We got to find if we're down around where I live and the Red Rock, we could probably get some campsites and just camp out the entire time and do some shooting at the same time, which I think would be awesome. We can do some fishing, we could do some archery, we can grill out. Evan would be the only one who probably couldn't make it unless he can convince his family to come. Because there's no way I'm transporting a minor across state lines.
Yeah, maybe Dad would come with him.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I said what I said. Unless his family comes with him, probably not going to happen. I'm sorry, Evan.
Yeah, the whole family could come.
No, I mean,
bring your camping gear.
Well, you see, he's got an uncle, a couple uncles that do archery and stuff.
Well, he said a brother and an uncle earlier.
Yeah, so both would be good. As long as they're adults, and their parents would agree. But they'd have to strictly vet every bit of us and all that stuff. Make sure he's safe. Not that a 6'2", 16-year-old can't take care of himself, but
isn't he 6'4"?
Are you 6'4" or 6'2", Evan? I forgot. I know he's over 6. I couldn't remember the number.
I think it's 6'4".
He's a lot taller than I am. I know that. I'm just a lot stronger than most.
Well, at 60 years old,
yeah, he's 6'4". And
Yeah.
he's probably not even
Yeah.
done growing yet.
But 60 years old and as a female who has never really been into physical fitness, I'm probably not the strongest person. That's for sure.
Well, the thing is, like I said, strength is not the prerequisite for this. Hand-eye coordination is. But the thing is, we can do so much with a couple, everybody in their own campsites, but we're all got a group campsite. Obviously, we could do bushcraft stuff. We can do fishing for those people who want to do fishing because there's the lakes right there. We could do pretty much a lot of different things in the area, and just to get together. I put up my big medieval pavilion and bring my fire pit and a big giant grill, just because, or we could just cook all over an open fire and just fling arrows all day if you want to do that. Explore if you want to do that.
Looks like Jeff is leaving.
I'm
See you later,
getting tired myself, to be honest. It's been one of those days. Sorry, but I think I'm going to call it myself, Grace.
No
A little early
problem.
for me. My
That's
eyes
all
are
right.
starting.
I got a few shows I want to watch, a few videos, so I'll be
Yeah,
up for a bit longer.
yeah. Look at Evan. He's doing the same way. We're all feeling like kind of down. Cliff, if you're in the background, we're going to bed.
There he is. There he is. There's Cliff.
Yeah, it showed up on yours before it showed up on mine. Because you're probably on the YouTube, seeing the YouTube side too.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. See you later, Jeff. We'll discuss this more often later on. But I do want to think about. I'm not sure if you heard that. One last thing I want to talk about is the archery challenge that Cliff and Johnny and I were talking about. Evan wants to get in on, and I'm sure I could probably convince Jeff to get in on it. Oh, that's fine, Cliff. You're fine. If I really wanted to get a hold of you, I probably would have called you anyway. But I need to get some rest. Good night, Grace. Thank you for coming up.
See y'all later.
And I will answer
Good
more
night.
of your archery questions as you need them. Okay?
All right. See ya.
See ya. Good night. Night, Evan. Good night, Cliff. Good night, Jeff. Good night, John Boy, wherever you are. Good night, Heath. Good night, Jess. Good night, Colin. How you doing? Good night, Garden State Gardener. Howie. Good night. Who else is in here that I miss? And that's it. So I'm going to say good night. Love you all and bless you.